With shaking fingers, Raine peeled off her lacy tank, shimmied out of her short skirt, unclasped her bra, then removed the last of her barriers, her thong. With shaking hands, she folded everything at his feet and sank to her knees, bowing her head. "Punish me, sir. I've earned it." "You've more than earned it." As the weight of his words settled over her, Raine felt his stare rake her, scorch her. She couldn't stop trembling. "Love?" A hint of coaxing warmed his voice as he hooked a finger under her chin and lifted it. She had no choice but to meet his gaze. "Are you afraid of me?" Despite his size and strength, Liam was gentle at heart. Of course he'd punished her before, but always in a way designed to make her think more than hurt. Right now, he was all big bad Dom. Though she'd never seen this side of him, he didn't frighten her. In fact, as anxious as she was, his power was like a beacon. She was deeply drawn to it. "No, sir. Never." "Then present." Her tummy nodded as she leaned forward and skimmed her palms along the rug until they stretched above her head. Ass lifting from her heels, she arched up in offering to him and rested her forehead on the carpet. Then Liam knelt beside her. "Look at me." His too controlled tone sent a chill down her spine. She forced herself to comply, bracing for the worst. The heat of his body surrounded her. His warm breath fluttered over her ear. "I know you're scared and worried about the what-ifs, but I've told you over and over that I expect you to share everything with me. You're not doing that." Her heart wanted to. Her head hadn't yet gotten the memo. 5 days. Her voice shook. "I'm late by 5 days." Liam sucked in a breath like she'd punched him with her words. Raine closed her eyes. "I told you to look at me." She swallowed hard and did as he'd commanded, wishing he wouldn't force her to see his disappointment. "Are your cycles often irregular?" "Not since I lived with my dad. I think stress caused it. I'm under a lot of pressure now." "Finally, some bloody honesty. Was it really so hard for you to tell me that?" She bit her lip. "I didn't know how to start the conversation. Hi, honey, I'm worried I might be pregnant by your best friend." "Take the test." "I'm scared the results will disappoint you. I hate that." Tears flowed again. "So much." The silence dragged on. Pain and frustration filled his face. God, she just kept hurting him. Maybe it would be better if she left. She hated to stay where she only made matters worse, and the urge to escape now pressed on her chest until she couldn't breathe. But he and Hammer were both right. She always ran. She couldn't honestly say that she'd done her part to hold the relationship together if she left now. "Say something. Please."